Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a tour of the Forest of Bowland and look at 2 or 3 of my favourite views and my favourite climbs. If you like this sort of thing, give me a like, give me a subscribe, it would be much appreciated. Come and have a look. As you can see, a fairly stiff breeze from the east, so we'll turn right in a minute, continue heading east, and soon we'll be in Longridge. We've climbed through Longridge and we're about to get some views of the fells and a cyclist. Morning. Quite hazy, but starting to see what's on offer. That was Longridge Golf Club, the 14th hole. Just a little pit stop, done 8 miles, 800 feet of climbing, all into the wind. Whew. We're now in the forest. So the Forest of Bowland is flanked by Longridge on the south and Preston. Over that way to the west it's flanked by Garstang, and then Lancaster to the north, Bentham further north. Over that way you've got Settle. And what you can't see over there, Pendle Hill. Quite a hazy day, not sure how that's going to come out on the camera, but that is the Forest of Bowland, area of outstanding natural beauty. And it has been for 60 years, first designated in 1964. And one thing that you can tell from here is it's not particularly foresty. There's trees, but no vast expanse of woods. And that's because forest at the time meant hunting ground. So there's quite a few private landowners. The Duke of Westminster, Duchy of Lancaster, Lord Clitheroe, but the main owner of this area is United Utilities. So I'm going to ride now over that way because there's a view that you can't quite see beyond that hill, and there's a nice bench. We've been there before, but we're going again. The only way is down. Nice view. It's the international break in the UK from football, which means no Premier League and no Championship. It's not good, is it? Just played my wild card. Brought in Haaland, Salah, Luis Diaz, kept Cole Palmer and bought a load of other players for 5 million. Let's see how that goes. I've got to wait another week Boo. This is Cow Ark. Post box. Few houses. Really typifies Bowland Forest. Lots and lots of small hamlets, small villages, and quiet roads. I think it's getting clearer, and we're almost at my favourite bench. And a nice hill. Not this bench, but this is a nice bench. My bench is the one a bit further on. So this area then, the topography, gritstone fells, you can see some of those, and they go up to over 450 metres, and in between all of those you've got deep valleys with rivers, and it is absolutely fantastic. No technical director today. His first week back at school, he's a bit tired, thought I'd leave him in bed. Plus he's loving his cycling, and I don't think this would be his cup of tea. Hill after hill after hill, but I quite like it. Have you ever wondered on a bike ride when you get back and your mates have all gone faster than you or higher than you, and you're all on the same bike ride? Maybe this is why. I've got a Garmin on my wrist, I've got a Wahoo on the bars, both saying the same distance. I've done 15 miles, but the Garmin's saying 1,520 feet of ascent and the Wahoo is saying 1,250 feet of ascent. So the Garmin gives me more hills, but the Wahoo's reading 1.5 miles an hour faster average. Why is that? That ride then is going to go over that way, through the valley. The trough would be that way. Let's get going. This is the trough road, so the Trough of Bowland in the Forest of Bowland. Probably the best known cycling climb, not the hardest, but it makes you think. It gets quite steep and it's absolutely stunning. I've now got a tailwind all the way up the trough. Oh dear. This bit feels a bit foresty in places. This climb we've been on for about 2 miles, but you can see now it starts to become more defined, steep-sided, and in a minute you'll see the road snaking through the middle. Absolutely beautiful and dramatic place to ride your bike and interact with the countryside. I'm getting all philosophical now. Shut up, Simon. just think about descending.
Definitely off the brake. 40 mile an hour. Back on the brakes.
So we're going to drop off the Trough Road and head towards Scorton. This will take us to some views of the northern limits of the forest, and then we'll skirt down the western flank back to Preston. See the northern limits of the Forest of Bowland from here. So we can point some of it out. Just up there, not sure if the camera picks it up, but that's Hisham Power Station, which means that Lancaster's just there. So over that way, Lancaster towards Bentham. On the horizon, just there, again I can see, I'm not sure you can just see Pennygent poking its nose out, which means that way is where the three peaks of the Yorkshire Dales are, and then back down south, back down the forest. We are going to head down there to Scorton and then back over there to Preston. Ride details: we have 26 miles, 2,500 feet of ascent, depending upon what you believe, and a very slow average speed due to the fact that I keep stopping and waffling. And that's where the name comes from. Forest of Bowland, forest as in hunting ground. Well, that would explain the noise. Delph Lane, east of Garstang, and working our way down the western flank of the Forest of Bowland. We're now skirting around the back of the historic market town of Garstang. They have a good cycling club, I can recommend it. Today there are 3 rides. Not sure where they're all going today, but 1 or 2 of them are going up to Grange over Sands. Fancy that one, but a bit too far for me today. a bit of main road. So do the A6 for a few miles. Back in Broughton, back in Preston. So now at the southwestern edge of the Forest of Bowland, almost home. Well, that's this one almost done. So that was a ride through the Forest of Bowland from the southwest side into the middle and then back to the southwest side. Autumn's coming, so it's my best cycling time. My cycling fitness builds and builds through autumn, through winter, through spring, and then falls off a cliff in summer. If you subscribed recently, thank you very much. More of the same to come. I'll be exploring more of the forest, but I'm inclined to stick with the bike in the boot of the car and start at different places and see different places. Thanks for watching. See you next time.